This series is called The Return, a quasi-view of the coming kingdom of Christ on earth based on biblical facts. Chapter 5, The King's Economy. Many people that lived in the last age didn't live in a kingdom ruled by a king. They didn't understand the fundamentals of a king's economy, how the economic condition of the kingdom was a direct reflection of the king himself. If the economy of the kingdom was impoverished, then the king was seen as a weak, impoverished leader. The condition of a kingdom's economy will determine whether the king must expand his territory by seeking out weaker kingdoms to invade, confiscate whatever wealth and resources they have, and captivate their people to perform free labor, and that usually led to war, seeing as how no other king was willing to give up their territory to another. But the beauty of the new age are in now, although there are many kingdoms with their kings on earth, everyone, including those kings, are subject to one king. You call him the King of Kings, and the Lord of Lords, and the whole earth belongs to him. Economically, all the kingdoms in this age are run the same. The kings of the earth were all personally appointed by Jesus, and make their decrees by what's known as the King of Kings decree. Being wealthy is not a concept, because everyone is wealthy. However, everyone on earth is required to build. They don't call it to work, they call it to build, and everything that is built specifically for the benefit of someone else. No one receives wages for what they build because someone else builds for them, and every need that someone has is provided by our beloved King, the Lord Jesus Christ. This concept is used across all industries, and people still have innate desires to work in different industries or professions. There's no such thing as higher learning. If someone has the desire to do something in a particular industry, the knowledge they need comes to them instantly. Many of the industries needed in the last age are not necessary for this one, and the list is too long to mention. The economic concept of the new kingdom is simple. Whatever you need or want, you build for someone else, whether it's a new house or a new car. You help build a new house for someone else, and you receive a new house built by someone else. The same goes for a car. If you need a new car, you help build one for someone else, then you receive a new car that someone else helped build for you. In the kingdom, anyone can just go into any store and get whatever they need, whether it be an article of gold or baby diapers. All things are provided by the King of Kings, and boy, does the earth yield its fruits. By the way, all the homes and cars are beautiful with architectural designs that are literally out of this world. You can have up to 7 homes if you want, with whatever designs you choose, and there are too many to choose from. You can even have a design that was used in the last age if you desire. All the resources needed to build anything, homes, cars, you name it, are imported and transported by designated angels to the earth from specific planets in the cosmos. Those planets all contain large bodies of water but were specifically created by God for the sole purpose of using their resources, as they remain uninhabited. The angels even import gold, diamonds, and other resources not previously known to Earth. Almost every kind of metal object in the kingdom is made of pure gold that is imported. Not only does the Lord own the entire earth, but he also owns the entire cosmos. Wow, talk about eye has not seen. The angels that are tasked with importing are very large beings, and they all have very large wings. You met one of them not long ago, who is nicknamed Jasper because his whole body looks like pure green sparkling emeralds. You met him while you were taking a tour of one of the king's storehouses. The king's storehouses are not only where they store all the imported resources, but there are special storehouses for all the gifts that the king receives yearly, and the gifts are too numerous to count. Jasper is a very friendly angel, as they all are, and has somewhat of a soft, but pure sense of humor. You struck up a conversation with him, but mostly it was you asking him questions that he was delighted to answer. Jasper was in the middle of answering one of your questions when you were both interrupted by another angel, whose name is Gamaliel. His name means recompense of God in Hebrew. You know that, because everyone on earth can speak and understand Hebrew. However, the immortals can also speak every other language previously spoken on earth. Hebrew is the official language of the kingdom, but each subkingdom allows their subjects to speak whatever language that was common to the region during the last age. But Hebrew is always spoken during the yearly feast. Gamaliel pulls you aside, and much to your surprise, he begins to tell you things about your life during the last age. This leaves you a bit baffled, until he reveals to you that it is he, who was your guardian angel, that was given charge over you from the time you were first born, which explained why, from the time you laid eyes on him, you felt a very special bond. You ask him if he too is designated as an importer of resources, and he says, "You got it." He loves doing the job because it takes him to places all over the universe, something that he has always wanted to do, and even asked the Lord if he can have the assignment after his assignment with you ended. He sees how astonished you are by all the sights he describes in the cosmos and asks you if you would like to accompany him on one of his trips. You are very eager to say yes, but first, ask him if you would need the Lord's permission to go. He tells you it's not necessary because all the immortals are allowed to make trips out into the cosmos if they are accompanied by whomever their previous guardian angel is. You tell him, "Well, in that case, count me in." He says, "Great, I have my next trip planned next week, meet me here at about this same time and we will go, and I guarantee you, we will have a blast." You both depart, but before you go, you throw your arms around Gamaliel, or at least as much as you can get them around him, and give him hearty thanks for being your guardian angel during the last age. He smiles and says, "It was all my pleasure." You are so excited with anticipation for the trip, that instead of thinking your way back to your house, which is about 300 miles away, you decide to run all the way home, since running always allows you to stop and smell the roses, so to speak. As you are running, you realize that the thought never occurred to you how fast you could run with your new body, so you take a detour toward a local freeway, and begin to chase the fastest car you see. When you caught up with it, you ran perfectly beside it and asked the occupant to roll down the window. You figured the occupant would be a mortal, because all mortals take the freeway. The man in the car said, "Hey, I see you're out getting your exercise today," as he laughed out loud knowing that immortals never need to exercise. You ask the man how fast he is going, and he tells you, "Oh, just under 80, then you ask him if he wants to race. He unexpectedly steps on his accelerator, getting his car up to over 100 miles per hour. You didn't want to embarrass him, but thought, what the heck, and not only outran his car, but got up to almost twice his speed. You came to an abrupt stop on the side of the freeway. The man catches up to you, and passes you as he gives you a friendly wave. You wave back while smiling, and then resume the path that you were originally on, and as you run the rest of the way home, you can't stop thinking about your upcoming trip through the cosmos, about all the places you want to see, up close and personal. Please subscribe and click on the bell to be notified for Chapter 6, called A Trip Through the Cosmos.